Hey, how you doing today? I am Tequila Coleman. In today's video, I'm going to answer one of our God-ordained wives' question regarding her situation with her God-ordained prodigal spouse. If you have a question you would like for me to answer, here's what I would like for you to do. I want you to head over to God-ordainedmarriages.com, click on the tab that says Contact Us, and make sure you fill out the form on that page. When I receive your email or your question, then I will answer it right here on the channel. Okay. So let me pull up her question. She said, Hello, Tequila. I hope you are well. I would like some advice, insight, please. Thank you so much for all that you are doing. You are welcome. Thank you. My God ordained prodigal spouse and I were dating in December when he started to entertain a counterfeit. He started to mistreat me when this person was around, so I decided to leave. It was extremely painful as it was around Christmas time and we had plans for it. The situation hurt me really bad, and I honestly did not know how to feel or what to do as I was blindsided by it. Despite this, God kept giving me signs that He was the one for me, so I continued to pray for Him. I knew I still loved Him, but I also started to notice that I felt different towards Him. I stopped caring about certain things related to him or even longing for his company. In February, God ended the situation with this counterfeit and later revealed to me that my prodigal felt bad for how he treated me when the counterfeit was around. I still had the feeling of not caring much, but continued to pray and fast. We are still in separation, but a few months later, it was revealed to me that he is entertaining yet another counterfeit. This broke my heart even more than the first counterfeit. And this time around, I find myself caring even less or even being attracted to him. I have forgiven him, but I also know that I'm still healing from what has happened. I also feel more free in the sense that I'm not stressing or worried about things anymore, but I'm not sure if how I feel relates to residual unforgiveness or if it is God breaking things off of me uh, to set a new foundation when reconciliation occurs. I don't want to have the spirit of disgust or anything of the sort influencing how I feel toward him, but I'm not sure what I am feeling. Okay. So thank you, for sending me in your question, your situation. I completely understand um, what you're going through, and I know exactly how to articulate this back to you. So, but first, before I get into, communicating to you, what you are feeling, what you are going through right now, first, I want to highlight a few things, okay? So, you said in February, God ended the situation with that first counterfeit, right? So, that was evidence. So, I need you to write that down, okay? Evidence, okay? So we see how your prayers, I think you said you was praying and fasting. We see how your prayers and fasting has moved God to end that counterfeit relationship. Okay, so that was evidence that God showed you right there. And God show us evidence because when we recognize it as evidence, it keeps our spirit hopeful, right? Because hope deferred makes the heart sick. So God doesn't want you just feeling defeated and brokenhearted and feeling like, God doesn't hear your prayers. So he show us evidence of how he's moving according to our prayers. Okay. Now, so February, he ended the situation with the counterfeit. That's the first evidence. Second evidence was then later, I think, I don't know if you said you found out or let me find it in here. Later, it was revealed to you that your prodigal felt bad for how he treated you when the counterfeit was around. Evidence, okay? So God had to step in there and correct him around how he's treating his daughter. Okay, you see how much God loves you? He said, "Let me tell you something, young man. Okay, you don't treat my daughter this way for a counterfeit. Okay, you do not mistreat her." right? So he had to bring some correction to your God ordained prodigal spouse, and he moves him into a place where now he's feeling bad. So he saw the wrong in his behavior. So that's another evidence that God is showing you. Okay. Now, you said it was revealed to you that he is entertaining yet another counterfeit, right? And this broke your heart. So it broke your heart because maybe somewhere in you, when you heard, when you seen how God ended that first counterfeit relationship, you probably had hopes that now, it's you and your God ordained prodigal spouse time. Now God is about to send him back to you, and because it didn't go that way, and now he's with another counterfeit, it broke your heart, right? So it caused disappointment because he didn't meet your expectation once again, right? So, and then you said you find yourself caring even less or even being attracted to him. That is why this is the reason why you're feeling less attracted to him, is because you're losing respect for him. Okay. A lot of women don't really understand what happens within them when they start to not feel attracted to their spouse. You're losing respect for him. This is why the attraction is leaving you. So, and I need my God ordained husbands who are tuning in, listening to this, and even my God ordained prodigal spouses. If you're a man and you listening to this video, I need you all to understand, because I know that Bible commands wives to respect their husband, but it's hard to respect a spouse when he is being unfaithful, when he is mistreating his spouse with his wife, right? Loyalty is attractive. Okay, that's very attractive. And so when you're disloyal, right, when you're operating this way, a woman, your wife, she's going to start losing respect for you. Okay. And when I say respect, I mean an attraction to you. So this is where, if you marry, this is where you start seeing how your wife don't want to have sex with you. That's because she's losing respect for you. You know, a woman want to feel secure. She want to know, this her man. She want to know, you are, you're loyal to her the same way how she's loyal to you, right? And when we see the opposite, you know, it just moves us into, just losing respect for you. Okay. So I just wanted to share that. You also stated how you said you have forgiven him, but I also know that I'm still healing from what has happened. So I like to ask the question, because a lot of people say they're taking the time out to heal, but what does that mean, and how does that look for you? Because what you just experienced, you went through rejection, you went through betrayal, you went through mistreatment, which causes resentment in you. Seeing your God ordained spouse with counterfeits moves you into a space of feeling disgusted, right? That spirit of disgust come upon you, right? So what does healing mean for you? Are you dealing with this rejection wound? Are you dealing with the betrayal wound? Are you helping yourself to understand why your God ordained prodigal spouse responded to you in this way? And if you don't really know how to, give yourself that understanding or even heal from these things, this is what I'm teaching inside of our God ordained marriage prep boot camp. I believe it's week 5, where we are dealing with healing from rejection, betrayal, and learning how to trust again. Okay, because God has given me a lot of insight into why our God ordained spouses reject their wives, and why the betrayal happened, right, and how to heal from it. So if you want to learn how to get the understanding and heal from these things, I highly recommend you sign up to the boot camp. Just go to godordainedmarriages.com/boot camp, or click the link below in the description area and sign up. We are starting September the 13th. But so get clear, clarify for yourself, of what exactly am I doing to heal? Because if you just giving things time, you said you forgive him. Okay. After you forgive him, now it's time to deal with these wounds, right? But just giving it time, there's a saying that says time heals everything. No, if you just give it time, what you're going to end up doing is just burying the hurt. Time teaches you how to cope, with the hurt and pain a little bit better. It teaches you how to disguise it and hide it until, you encounter another situation that triggers it and wakes it back up. Okay. So we don't want to just give it time. We want to make sure we're moving into healing from this rejection, healing from this betrayal, and like receiving deliverance from the spirit of disgust, because spirit of disgust shows up on your face. Okay. And we also want to make sure that we are rebuilding our respect for our God-ordained husband. Okay. Because you're going to need it when you go into this marriage. Okay. So understand that. And then also, this is the last thing I would say about this. I need you all to understand that when you start seeing God in these counterfeit relationships, that doesn't mean that God is about to send your God ordained prodigal spouse right back to you. And now it's time for the two of you to step into marriage. No, because depending on how your God ordained prodigal spouse responded to the chosen one, okay, in this particular situation, you were rejected, you were mistreated, you were betrayed, okay, you were overlooked, things of that nature, right? So God is about to humble him, okay? He's about to humble him. God is going to take him through, his own process of helping him to see you correctly. So he has to see your value before God release him to you. He has to get himself back in right standing with the Lord first before God will release him to you. Okay. He has to grow in character. He has to heal certain wounds. Well, God is going to be the one who has to heal him of certain wounds, because unhealed wounds is what causes a person to mistreat people in general. Okay. Because understand, the same mistreatment, he dished out to you, he did it to the counterfeit as well. Okay. you know he did that. Mistreatment is being motivated or influenced by these by that unhealed wound. Okay, so God has to take your God ordained prodigal spouse through, where he got to get him back in right standing. So he got to repent. He got to humble him. Okay. He got to, begin to correct him so that he could begin to see you in the right manner. Okay. The right light. Okay. He has to identify you as his wife. Okay. And not just some other woman I'm out here dating. No. Okay, he has to see you as, this is my God ordained wife. Even if he doesn't say this exact term, he might just say, this is my wife. Okay, which will bring about better treatment. Okay, and God has to, grow him in character. God has to reveal purpose to him. So there's things that your God ordained prodigal spouse, he has to go through before God sends him back home to you. Okay, so I wanted to share that because I know when we see God moving and ending these counterfeit relationships, we can get excited and we be like, okay, all right, cool. Now it's my turn. But we see them go back with a different counterfeit, and that could bring more hurt and pain. Like you said, it broke your heart. That was because there was some expectation going on in you, hoping that, okay, this is about to come back together, when really he wasn't ready. And here's the thing, okay, because I don't want you all to think just because you see your prodigal spouse off with counterfeit after counterfeit after counterfeit that, he doesn't like you or he doesn't love you. No, this could be the only way he know how to deal with what's dealing with him, by being with a counterfeit. Okay. This probably the only way he know how to deal with it. Sometimes we would jump into these relationships to numb our pain, to, try to, we would use relationship to avoid, what we're going through. And this could be what he's going through. He sometimes, people might use sex to numb what they're going through, right? Or they'll drink or smoke. Okay. But don't think just because he's with another counterfeit that you're not good enough for him. No, that's not it. Or they are better than you. That's not the case. Okay. He has some things going on inside of him that God has to correct, heal, and grow. Okay. He has to go through a growing process, a development process, okay, before God sends him back into your life, okay? But in the meantime, I do want you to begin to heal that rejection wound. What you experienced in this situation, it did take a, you took a hit. It took a hit. It hit your self-esteem, okay, your self-worth. So this is where I want you to move into building up your self-worth, okay? Doing the self-esteem work, loving on yourself, taking better care of yourself, helping yourself to see your own worth and value, okay? This is how we really begin to move out of feeling rejected to knowing our worth, right? Because when you understand, I'll give you this right here. When you understand what you bring to the table, when you understand all of the benefits that comes with your spouse having you, I don't feel rejected anymore by my God-ordained prodigal spouse, because I understand I could change your life. I understand, what I can do to you. I understand I have what you need. And while you're off with a counterfeit, you will never get that void filled. You will never get that need met, because I have it, right? And it's just, it's so much more, like with me is purpose. With a counterfeit, it's nothing. You just wasted your time going in a circle, right? But with the chosen one is purpose. It's benefit, it's blessing, it's favor, right? So I want you to really focus in on knowing your worth and value, and helping yourself to see more of it, because the more you see your value and worth, you're going to start walking different. You're gonna really get over this rejection from your spouse, because you're gonna understand, I didn't lose him, he lost me. He lost his favor. You didn't overlook me, you overlooked your favor, your blessing. Okay. It's a, when a man finds a wife, he receives favor from the Lord. So because you chose a counterfeit, you're not going to receive any favor, my dear. Okay. So just understand that. All right. Just really get your self-esteem up there, and just understand, you know, the feelings that you are feeling right now. I hope it was clear how I was trying to articulate this to you, how you're losing respect for him. He didn't meet your expectation, and that disappointed you, and this is why you're dealing with the broken heart, things of that nature. Okay. So I am Tequila Coleman. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a positive comment. I'll talk to you all real soon. Take care.